Hey guys, this is Ray with PhoneArena. Today I'm doing a video review of the new Angry Birds Space game, the latest sequel in the wildly popular Angry Birds series of puzzle games. Actually, Angry Birds has probably been the most popular game available ever on the phone. So there's a lot of new stuff to talk about in Angry Birds Space, but first let's check out the story behind the game. It's a pretty simple one. We have our familiar birds here living peacefully on Earth, but then comes this ice bird carrying the golden egg, obviously wanting to leave it here. However, it is chased by this giant robotic arm, probably operated by the evil pigs, so it uses the slingshot to launch after it. Then our birds actually realize that in addition to the golden egg, the giant robot arm has also taken their own eggs, and they're pretty pissed off, launching after the pigs through the space portal and into the outer space. Now that we're in the game, let's check out what kind of levels it offers. First of all of the levels are separated into these main acts here. There are three main acts. First one is Big Bang, next one is Code Cuts, and then we have Asteroids, which is the final one. However, there is a fourth one which should be coming soon. Each of these acts features 30 levels with an opening and closing cinematic. We have noticed that the levels of the first act are relatively easier compared to the first levels of previous Angry Birds games, which we don't really think is a bad thing. So let's start playing the game and see what is different in it. Okay, we've launched this level from the first act here. And as you notice, there is no gravity in this game, at least not in the way that we know it from previous Angry Birds games. So gravity here is not a standard value, it's not always the same. In fact, it is always different in every level. There are parts of the levels, like the area that our birds are here, which are practically zero gravity. So as you can see, the trajectory of your launched bird will simply be a straight line, which is great. But then we have these kind of planetary objects here which have their own gravity fields, which, as you can see, alters the trajectory of your launched bird, and this makes a world of difference while playing Angry Birds Space. So the whole concept behind the game gets different, and we really like it. So let's try playing this level here. We have these three pigs barricaded here on the opposite side of the screen, and I'm just launch this bird, tap. The types of birds, they're a bit different from what we know, but nothing major in this respect. We still have our usual red bird. We have these small blue ones that blow into three smaller ones. We still have that bird which you launch, and when you press it rushes to the direction that you want it. So familiar stuff, but it all has to be played a bit differently due to the zero gravity nature of the levels here in Angry Birds Space. Here is another level. This time we have absolutely no gravitational fields here. We're in zero gravity. There are clouds here, I don't know why, and we have our pigs here in these bubbles which protect them from the freezing temperatures in outer space. Apparently birds don't need such spacesuits. The thing is that once you interact with these bubbles, with a decent amount of force, they pop, and then the pigs just freeze to death. So in this type of level there are no gravitational fields, and you have to use the usually have to use the debris in order to interact with the pigs. Of course, you can always go for a straight shot if this is possible, like this. In this case we have this blackbird which blows up once you touch the screen, so let's try it here. There goes the piggy. And now I'll try to push those rocks in order to hit the last remaining pig. See, so it kind of is familiar to what we know from previous Angry Birds games, but it's also really a great breath of fresh air. And let's take a look at one of the other levels from Act 2, the freezing world. Everything is pretty similar here, besides, you know, the difference in the environment itself. So as you can see in this case, I have to use this gravitational field in order to direct my my bird so that it hits its target. A pretty poor shot on my side. Let's try something like this. A bit better, but I have one bird remaining and I have to hit those two pigs. So I'll use this, come on, I'll use this gravitational field here, and I'll actually lower the power a bit because I need more of a turn in order to hit those pigs here. So let's try it. Great shot, but unfortunately I couldn't take out the last pig. Sometimes while playing some of these the levels from the first two acts, you run into space portals which take you temporarily to some levels from this third part here. For example, we have discovered this one, and as you can see, it is a very different kind of level, which really is great because it diversifies the gameplay a bit. For example, if you're on 24th level of the first act and you really want something different, getting to play one of these levels is really refreshing. So let's see if I can get this guy there. And now just wait for it to come. I got it. Overall, we're extremely pleased with this new Angry Birds game. Angry Birds Space is a great addition to the series of Angry Birds games because it manages to be both familiar and brand new. It brings a lot of new great gameplay mechanics in order to diversify the experience a bit, all the while retaining these the cute graphics, the sweet sound effects, which kind of make the Angry Birds atmosphere so great. At $1 for the iPhone version, $3 for the iPad version, and free for Android, this really is a game that every user has to play. This was Ray for PhoneArena. For more details about Angry Birds, you can check our full review at phonearena.com. Thanks for watching.